chalking friends. Welcome. It is going to be a fun little crafting night tonight. Woohoo! We're getting totally, a little crazy. Trying something new tonight. So we're going to try something new. Get my phone to turn off. There we go. We're going to create something kind of weird, but not. Do you ever have that piece of something in your house that you're like, this is screaming chalk? Sometimes for me, it's a piece of, what's the word I'm looking for? Scrap. Scrap wood from a different project. And there's just this really nice piece of wood. Okay, it's really not that nice of a piece of wood, but it's a nice size piece of wood that is just screaming, chalk me, chalk me, chalk me, chalk me. So we are chalking it tonight. It is I don't even know what kind of, it's a big, wide, thick board. And we're going to create something out of this that by the time we are done, it is no longer going to be just this thick, boring board. We are going to turn it into something. Didn't know I had it in me, did you? So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this board. We're going to use two different transfers. We're going to use the floral script and we're going to use home. And we're going to use some embellishments that are coming out. This is how we're going to create the illusion on this amazing board. So that's what we're doing tonight. You just got that something in your house that's been screaming, chalk me, chalk me, chalk me. Well, this has been screaming, chalk me, chalk me, chalk me for a while now. And it was finally really decent weather here today, so my young master Charles has learned how to sand wood. Score for the mama. And he was sanding wood for me today, so he sanded this board up for me. He made me promise that I would tell you that he sanded it. Oh, to be 10. So I am making Maria. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. Best job in the whole wide world because it's not really a job. It's just fun. I get to create beautiful things and have lots of fun and hang out with you people. So thank you for joining my little video here tonight. I do a live demonstration video every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time with the exception of Saturdays. So if you're going to enjoy this and have fun, come on back tomorrow night. You can like and follow my page. Or if you're watching me on YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then you can see me regularly in my complete craziness. So welcome everybody. Hello Nevada Nicole. Hello Miss Lisa. Hey Cheryl. Oh Cheryl, my heart was saddened with your post today. I'm so sorry about the wedding. Hello Miss Terry from Texas. Hello Miss Dana. Hello Jen. Linda Squared is here. Hello Miss Lay. Don't you just love Charlie, Cheryl? Yeah, he was so funny. First I had to pay him $1. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm paying you to sand boards. This should just be a chore. I did cave after I didn't think he was going to be any good at it. My husband taught him how to sand over the weekend. And so I said, well, fine, I'll pay you if I don't have to touch the boards up. If you do a really good job and I don't have to touch them up, I'll pay you $1 a board. Yeah, I ate those words because I really didn't think he knew how to do it. And then, he did a really good job on the real boards. So this is a really lousy piece of wood because it's from the scrap pile and it's all dinged up and stuff, but it kind of goes with the character and the charm of what we are going to turn this into. I know I did kind of think I cut up cheap because I only had to pay him $1. And then his sister wanted it on the action, so they're funny. All right, so we're going to take this board. And I'm sure there's some fancy name for it. My husband would tell me the fancy name for it. But we're going to take this board that I painted with chalk paint. You don't have to use chalk paint, though. You can use any paint. Latex, acrylic, all that stuff. So I took this board and I painted it. And we are going to actually turn this into a suitcase. Ha! Who knew, right? Whew, we'll see how this turns out. So what we're going to do, was inspired by my very favorite friend that I like to be inspired by. Her name is Sage Roberts. So she's another designer and she makes beautiful, beautiful things. Now, when you look at this piece of wood, when I show it to you, I truly pulled it out of the scrap pile. So it is not straight. This would drive my husband crazy. It is not cut straight. It's got dings in it, and I painted it anyway, and I figured if this works, then I'll make a nice one. It's gonna work. I feel confident that it's gonna work. So I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. We make an amazing product. We make adhesive silkscreen transfers that are reusable. You can use them over and over and over again. We make Chalkology paste, couture ink, surfaces that you can create on, all the accessories you need to make it super, super easy and super, super fun. If you want to check out the products that I'm going to use here tonight, you want to go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, and you'll be able to see everything that I'm creating with tonight. If you can please send me out into the world, it helps me a ton when you hit that button. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to push that button, because it really does help me. So thank you. All right, so let's get to chalking. Oops, sorry, wrong buttons. So I have this piece of wood, and I don't even know, I mean, I didn't even measure it, because so I tell you it's 14 by 7. And what we're going to do is I ordered these fun little metal corners, off of, where did I get them? Amazon. And we're going to put these on the corners. We're going to make this piece of wood look like a suitcase. And we got this one. So we're going to put all 4 corners are going to have the little, like an old-fashioned suitcase would have. But I ordered these guys right off of Amazon. There's nothing fancy to them. Then, every suitcase needs a handle, right? So I just went to the hardware store and bought a little handle. And it's going to go on top. And by the time we're done, this bad boy, I'll hold it up, the bottom ones won't be there. This bad boy is going to look just like a suitcase when we're done. See the little handle? So what I thought we would do is first we're going to chalk it, then we're just going to hot glue them on. Again, this would drive my husband crazy. We're not going to drill. We're not going to screw them in. If it works, after I hot glue them, then he can drill them. Or I'll drill them, one of the two. But what I thought would be super cool would be to put the floral script on here first, like an old-fashioned vintage suitcase, right? But I'm not going to do it upside down. Okay, so it's not upside down. So we're going to put the floral script on it first to make this really cool vintage-looking suitcase. And then once we have that done, we're just going to put the word, and it's going to fit. It's a tight fit, but it's going to fit. We're going to put home over the very pretty vintage floral script. Unless once we have this on, it's just so pretty we can't possibly cover it up with words. Because that might be. Because this floral script is so ridiculously gorgeous. One of my favorites. So we're going to do this in kind of a vintagey pink. Where did I put my colors? Thought we would do it in Marvelous, which is kind of, to me, a grandma pink. Because it's a gray pink. Not grandma pink. That's not the right word. Because it's a very pretty pink. But it's a very, very pretty gray pink. It's not bright pink. It's not bubblegum pink. It's just a pretty pink. So we're going to put our pretty floral script all over our cute little suitcase that we're making. And then we're going to put our words on it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive silkscreen transfer. So see, it's fabric. It's pliable. It's very easy to use. I pull my backer sheet. That's what this white piece of paper is called. I pull my backer sheet off. I set that aside because I am going to put it back on there when I'm all done because my transfer is reusable. So I can use this over and over and over again. So then I'm going to take our very pretty script and I'm going to kind of position it the way I want it on the board because it's bigger than the board, so it gives me a little wiggle room with it. And I am going to go over because, again, we're trying to make this look like a suitcase. So we're going to chalk this. We could even do the back side, too. Maria never does both sides. That's a little too ambitious to do both sides, right? Okay, so we're going to put this on here. We're going to chalk this in our very pretty pink. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just securing, that's not the right word, sealing, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm sealing my transfer on the wood a little worried because I painted this wood this afternoon, so it's, you know, probably not cured properly. And I am really making sure that I've pushed down all these pretty green pieces because that is what's going to give me my amazing detail. So then we're going to take our Marvelous, which is a little dry. So I open it up and I stir it, and it's a little stiff. Then I just add a sprig of water. How is everybody doing today? Hello, Miss Christine. Hello, Natalia. Welcome to our little chalking party. I stir it up and get it going. Wouldn't y'all just like to pack a suitcase right now and, you know, I love that Facebook post that says, I'm envious of the astronauts that left the Earth. Oh my goodness, the world has gone crazy, people, hasn't it? All we can do is pray, right? Pray, pray, pray. All right, so I'm stirring it up. Now, got my whole transfer down. I'm gonna put a big old blob of chalk paste. I'm gonna use the big boy. Love it when the big boy comes out to play. This is our large handled squeegee. This will make very light work of our little project here. It'll just go bing, bing, boom, and we're gonna have this very pretty floral script, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna attach the metal pieces that's gonna turn this into a very cool vintage suitcase. And then we're gonna put home over it, because while you may want to go out there in the big bad world, right? Everybody needs to come home. Because us mamas, yeah, we need you to come home. Hey, Kathy K. Welcome to our chalking party. Okay, so I'm just covering up my silk screens, making sure the whole thing is covered, getting all my edges. We could dirty this up too by sanding the edges to give it even more of a vintage feel, and we may, depending on how this works out. Got a lot of chalk up there. Okay, so I'm going to lift this carefully so my chalk paste doesn't dry, and see we're ending up with this beautiful. I just put it right back down because I want to get this edge as well so that we can, you know, it really looks like the suitcase has this on it. It's not just on the top of it. Because, right, old vintagey suitcases had this kind of stuff on it. I think. I don't really know. So now I'm just going over my edge with way too much chalk paste. Put it all right back in my container. Make sure I get the whole thing. A lot of extra chalk paste. Take that off. And just scrape away. Make sure you cover up the whole silk screen. Right, put it right back in my container. Like so. Okay. Smoothing it out. Make sure I get all my edges. Oops, missed a spot. Okay, take this, put it back in, pull the rest of it off. Being careful not to stick my finger in it. Okay, so I take my transfer. This is a big transfer. I'm just going to set it aside because I'll throw it in my water bath, or my sink, and wash it. So now we have this very cool wrapped around design. Oops. That's it. So now I'm going to just quick wipe down my squeegee because it's much easier to clean off your chalk paste when your squeegee is wet, when the chalk paste is wet. I am in love with this script. This is the floral script. It is in stock right now, but it is, I don't know what it is about it, because, you know, vintagey floral farmhouse is not normally, I guess farmhouse is kind of becoming a thing, but this is not normally the look I go for, and I'm in love with this transfer. Absolutely, positively in love with it. So I'm going to give it a quick dry. I'm going to turn on my hot glue gun because I'm going to show you how we're going to turn it into a suitcase. So first I'm just going to give it a quick dry just to really make sure it's dry, because we are going to layer the word over it. And I don't want it to pull any of my chalk paste off. So I'm just giving it a little bit of air, just a little helping along. Chalk paste dries super fast. So if you don't have a hair dryer handy, or this is a embossing gun, it's a heat gun, you don't need the heat, you just need the air. But if you don't have one handy, just set it aside for like 5 minutes and you'll be dry. Okay, I want to get this edge. Hey Claudia, welcome to our chocolate party. And I'm just going to get this edge. Again, I just want to make sure it's dry so I don't smear it. And we're going to stick our little embellishments on it. So I'm going to set this down. And then I have these really cute little corner guys that we're going to glue on the corners. For some reason, I always am confused about how to put them on. I don't know why. You wouldn't think they'd be that hard to put on, but it's always kind of a funny little thing, how to get it on. Okay, so these are our fun little corners, which that one doesn't seem right to me. It could be my wood, because again, this is literally a piece of wood that we got out of the scrap pile. So I wouldn't be surprised that my wood is not squared. In fact, don't look too close, because it's really not. Okay, so we're gonna hot glue these little corners on our, see, it's already starting to look like a suitcase. So we're gonna glue these little bad boys on, like so. And then we're gonna glue our cute little handle on. So we're gonna put our cute little handle on top, and look at that, just like that. It looks like a suitcase. And then we're gonna put home across the top of it. But you know what? It really is pretty, just the way it is. But, you know, home will be pretty on here too. But home is big. So we're gonna stick big old home over it. And our home might be too big. So I've been racking my brain. There's lots of other homes, right, that we could put over. Or we could put family. Family would be very pretty over it too. It's so hard for me to cover it up because I love this. I'm a hot mess, really, people, at the end of the day. It's just so stinking pretty. And the fact that we got to go all the way around, and there was enough transfer, we could have done the back. I just chose not to. Because you never know what I'll put on the back. I could put something totally different on the back. So I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun. Now, you're supposed to nail these things on. I mean, they even came with the little nails and stuff, but, you know, I'm not nailing. You know I'm not nailing. I'm hot gluing. Why nail when you can hot glue? It's kind of like measuring. Hey, Vicky from Canada. Welcome, Miss Vicky from Canada. We're making a piece of scrap wood that I got out of my husband's wood shop, which he was so happy about the fact I was in there. I just painted it. We're turning it into a cute little suitcase. This might look familiar to you because Miss Sage made something very similar to it. We're just kind of, she inspired us, but we're changing it up a little bit from what Sage did. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a little bit of hot glue right there. Oops, and I'm just gonna hot glue this guy on. We are going to have very bad weather here this evening. So I'm hoping, they said 45 minutes, we were gonna get some pretty severe stuff, so I'm sure as we're sitting here, that will start happening. So I'm just getting my hot glue on my things. I'm getting hot glue everywhere. You know, I got this fancy hot glue gun, and I'd like to say I'm in love with it. I am in love with the fact that it's cordless, but that's about all I'm in love with about it. Because it makes a much bigger mess than my other hot glue gun. And I'm already messy enough. I don't need any more help. So again, I'm just putting a dot of hot glue. Sticking our fun little corners on. Okay, so Cheryl, I'm trying to think. You're close to me. Are you in the fall, Cheryl? Isn't that funny? I know, I can tell you exactly, I can walk to where you work, but now that I think about it, I'm not 100% sure I know where you actually live. Isn't that funny? My reference to you is always where you work. Okay, so again, just a little dab of hot glue. See, who needs drills and nails when you can just hot glue? Oops, that one's backwards. Quick, get it off. Can't hot glue it on backwards. I mean, hot glue really is an amazing thing when you think about this guy. See, I got him all messed up because I took him off. So we're going to put a little more glue on him. Make sure I get it straight on this time. And glue this guy on. Okay, so now we've got our fun little corners on. Now we're going to take our cute little handle. And we're going to glue our little handle on. Now this handle is kind of heavy. So I'm sure I'm going to just use the hot glue for our demonstration purposes this evening. But then I will tomorrow drill it on like it should be. Oops. Getting hot glue everywhere. Okay. So going in our middle so it looks like a cute little handle. Look at this. You know, I gotta tell ya, can we zhuzh up a piece of scrap wood, or can we zhuzh up? See? God's humbling me right there. Did you notice? Did you see how God just humbled me? Yeah, he did. He said, okay, smarty pants, you're gonna get all cocky with your, how you zhuzhed up this. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make your handle fall right off. Yeah. That's, yeah, We're gonna try that again. Maybe this time we'll use a little more glue though. Oh my goodness. It is never dull. That reminds me of the time that I hot glued all the flowers on and the flowers fell off. And it was absolutely hysterical. Oh yeah. I know, Terry, right? Oops is right. Oops. Maria's got things falling off. Okay. Get it on. Try to make sure it's straight. Push it down. Try again. Maybe we'll give it a minute more to dry or cool before we... Hey, Jill! Welcome to our chucking party, Jill. I got hot glue everywhere. All right. We're just gonna give it another minute. Didn't fall off that time. So this is our super cute little suitcase. And my handle's too far that way. It's not centered. See? Oh, good Lord, people. Yeah. Okay, this is adorable. Should we really put, I mean, look at how cute it is all by itself. Do we really need to put home over it? This one doesn't have enough glue in it either. Okay, maybe, okay, so the hot glue's not gonna work. See, again, I got all cocky with the hot glue. We're gonna have to actually nail them on like they're supposed to be. We'll do that tomorrow. Get the drill out. Charlie will be all excited. So I gotta tell you, I had an extremely entertaining day today. My son, Master Joseph, is here today, and for those of you who don't know, I have 4 kids. And Joseph is one of my middle children, and he is 16 years old. And he had friends over today. And he used the justification of, he's my only kid that's currently living at home, that has a job through all the quarantine and stuff, that's gone to work. So he invited people over that he works with, because his attitude was, I'm already with them at work. You know, I'm already exposed to whatever they've got. So, and therefore we're exposed. So that's how he conned me into he could have friends over. So he had 3 friends over. Oh my goodness. I have forgotten what it's like to have kids in my house. And it hasn't been that long. We had so much fun. The laughing and the giggling. And these kids were really gracious. They let the little kids just get all up in their business. Oh, Jill, you are speaking my love language. E6000 is my favorite glue of all time. You need something to stick. You use E6000 and that ain't going anywhere. You're right, Jill. I should try that and give up on this crazy hot glue. All right, so we're just gonna lay home down and see. Again, very large transfer. Do not take it off of the bagger sheet the way I just did it. Because look at this hot mess. See? Yeah, don't do this. This is the don't do as I just did. Oh yeah, and he's stuck. Be very careful when you're pulling them apart. Very easy to put holes in them. Oh, Maria. See, I'm a big old hot mess. is very sticky. So we are going to fuzz. Because, again, I just painted this paint today, so it's fresh. It hasn't had a lot of time to cure. We just chalked over it, and I don't want the adhesive to pull up the paste or the paint. Jill is saying mine too. I'm sorry, Jill, because of the delay. What are you saying mine too? I gotta think about what were we talking about. We were talking about crazy kids and Joseph and his friends going to work during COVID. It's been very, I mean, I feel for my kids. You know, they have not, my little kids have not left the house in 3 months. We took them, I took them to Target yesterday, and that was a mistake. I won't do that again. Okay, this is too big. Don't you think it's too big? I mean, it's going to cover up all of our beautifulness. It's cute, and it'll be really cute on here. But it's going to cover all of our pretty chalk up. So I'm wondering if we could put something different underneath it. Because look at how, I mean, it's just so, it's so pretty the way it is. Yes, E6000, oh, your favorite. Yes, it's my favorite too. Love E6000, but you know it's illegal in California. So if you're watching us from California, we're sorry you can't buy the glue we're talking about, but it's great. I don't know what it's, there's something in it that is bad. We could do the home from the Chalk Couture transfer. It's just so pretty. Right? Cheryl agrees. It's too big. All right. We're putting it away. It's too big. It would be pretty on, so when Sage made it, she didn't do the background. She just did the little suitcase and she put home over it. So it was just, and you know, she spoke my love language. It was just black and white. It is really pretty just the way it is. And it looks like a suitcase. It doesn't, I mean, this bad boy was going in the fire pit, and look at how cute it turned out. What about the welcome from Welcome to, ooh, Cheryl. Look at you, girl, getting all fancy. Now I got, see, when we talk bigger transfers, they're not always in here. So hang on. My other thought was, you know, because it's not like I don't have 5 million transfers. Farmhouse would be cute too. But I was thinking Chalk Couture home. There's another welcome too. You could do Hola, Ciao, Bonjour. That would be fun. Like there's this welcome. That would be pretty. This is old. That's a retired welcome. That would be pretty. That's an option. There's this home from Home is My Happy Place. You know, and that's kind of a nice script because it's not florally. Ooh, adventure. Home Sweet Home would work too. Right? Which Home Sweet Home, Kristen? I gotta think about that. Home Sweet Home. There's a couple Home Sweet Homes. And again, it's not like I don't have, you know, lots of options. Bless Our Nest. That would be cute. Life is Better at the Beach. Better Together would be cute. See, I had this all done in my head. We knew exactly what we were putting on here. And now we're scrambling through.
Hello, Moon.
Sorry. There's this adventure. You could just choose this adventure. That's kind of a fun font. Welcome would be cute on the suitcase in a guest bedroom. Hey, Dawn. Welcome. I agree. That's not a bad option. Let's just do one quick little... It's so good to be home. This is retired. Oh, It's so good to be home. I like the font. I like the size. This was the other home I was thinking of. But again, it's bigger letters. This is a Chalk Couture transfer. That might not be bad either, except for I don't like the wreath. I'm kind of liking It's Good to Be Home. We could do Let's Stay In. These are all my really old transfers. I guess they're not all really old now that I'm flipping through here. There's this home. This is another Chalk Couture transfer. Home. So I'm thinking it's good to be home. I think that's going to be our winner. Because I did just kind of have that stuck in my head. The Explore. Oh, so we're going to do that, Kristen, the Explore one with the compass. I actually have a metal suitcase that I bought for Joe. Because Joe loves like these kind of suitcases. He likes to take them on all of his trips. That's what he packs with all of his special precious things in them. So we're going to do that on a metal one. It's in our pile of projects to do. Okay, Cheryl says good to be home. Yep, okay, Dawn says yes. All right, so we're going to do this one. Now, what I was going to do was I was going to do grayish. Just again to stay in the subtle tones, but we could also totally do black because our accents are black. So the black would also, and then you're really going to be able to read it. So I think I'm leaning in the black direction just because our accents are black. Kristen says the no place like home. No place like home. There's so many home transfers. Which one is No Place Like Home? It's Home Sweet Home, and then there's No Place, right? That one's Home, No Place I'd Rather Be. Okay, hang on, Kristen. I got to think about which transfer you're talking about. No Place Like Home. I'm looking in the current catalog. It's not in the current catalog. Unless it's called something different. It's got to be an old one. It's going to bug me now. I'm going to have to think about that. Yeah, it's home. It says Home Sweet Home. Yes, okay. I think I know which one you're talking about. That's a big one. It's not in here. So we're going to go with this one, and we're going to do black. Everybody's saying black. Okay, thank you. Page 34. Kristen, I love you. Page 34. Page 34. You've got to have an old catalog, Kristen. I think you have the previous catalog, which that's down here. That's this one. Nope, not that one. That's a different page 34 too. What's this one got for home? Home Sweet Home is the farmhouse one. That's a different one. That's Home Sweet Farmhouse. There's so many. Isn't that awesome? There's so many choices. No Place Like Home. Page 29 in this catalog. Hang on. Yep, that's this one. You're right. This is a nice home. So that's another option. It says there's no place like home and you can do Home Sweet Home. That's a fun home. That's not bad. But it's not in this room. So we're going to stick with this one, I think. And everybody's saying black. So we're going to go with this. Thank you, Kristen, though. If it was in here. But that's the problem with having stuff in two different rooms. My big transfers I don't store in here. I store those. I hang them. I have a like a clothes rack that they sit on that I hang them on. And they're in the big craft room, my workshop room, where the people come for workshops. And I keep saying I'm going to bring them in here because obviously I haven't had people here in a long time because the world is shut down. So I keep saying, oh, I should bring them in here because I don't need them in there right now. And I keep not doing it. It's crazy. But thank you, because I do. That is a nice one. That's a really cute, the Home Sweet Home one on that is really, really cute. All right, so I'm just stirring up my black, getting it ready. Want it to be yogurt, sour cream like. I'm going to take this bad boy and fuzz it. Just going to stick it right on my fuzzing cloth, which is next to me. Pick up some of that lint, so I soften it a little bit, just because, again, I'm doing it on fresh paint, and I'm putting it over a chalk paste. We're going to stick this bad boy on here, get him straight. As straight as Maria gets anything. That looks straight. Stick him down. Now I really want to go up and down over these individual letters because I want to seal. This is a very thin font, especially these little letters. So when you see those little tiny letters, it's a very thin font. So you really want to take your time and seal them so you don't have a bleed, because you want all that beautiful, gorgeous detail. I'm just going to take a little mini squeegee. The beveled side is the front, the flat side is the back. I dip it right in my chalk paste, load up my chalk paste, and go straight across. Now I can hear the air. Air makes a crunch sound, so I'm not pushing real hard, because the transfer underneath it, the floral, has bumps to it, so it's hard. It raises up the transfer a little bit. Okay. In fact, you can see how you can see the design through the transfer. That's how I can hear the air. So now I'm going to carefully remove this. Stick this in my water bath. Wash it with, just rinse it with cold water. Let it dry. Stick it right back on my backer sheet, and I can use it all over again. This is cute. It is good to be home. Yes, it is, isn't it? I have to say, though, I'm kind of not looking anxious to ever going anywhere. I said that to my husband today. Like, I'm good. I don't really need to go anywhere. I'm happy. So here we go. This is our cute little piece of scrap wood that we totally zhuzhed up and made. I'm so happy that we got to go over. I think that just totally makes it that we got to do that. I could have done it on the sides too, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead. This is super cute. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. I'm kind of loving it too. It's the floral. I'm in love with this. Have I said that yet? We're going to use it a lot more times too, because in our upcoming projects, I have a bunch of projects. So this is our super cute little. So this would be really cute in a guest room. Be really cute in a bathroom. Anywhere. On a mantle. And it's heavy, obviously, because it's just a block of wood. Now, just don't look too close, because it's not cut straight, which I can't wait to show it to my husband, because you know that's the first thing he's going to say, is, where'd you get that piece of wood? I'm going to say, from your scrap pile. He's going to say, it's not cut straight. I'd have cut it straight for you if you'd have asked me. I can hear, oh my gosh, we've been married too long. I can hear the conversations in my head. Oh my goodness, isn't that funny? How we just know them so well. I can't complain though. He took me to Menards. Now, for those of you who, Menards isn't all over the country, I don't think. It's like a Home Depot, only it's based in Wisconsin, I think. He took me to Menards tonight because we bought some picket fencing, because we're going to make another really cute sign out of some picket fencing. Hey, I am getting all crafty on you people. We got a lot of upcoming fun little projects. So this is our super cute little, this is adorable. I'm so proud of us. We did a great job. Thanks for your help, guys. I am making Maria. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. Best job in the whole wide world. If you're curious at all about what that means, feel free to message me and I'd be happy to share with you the information. It's really simple. You can be a designer and just enjoy the discount. You can be a designer and create beautiful things and sell them. You can be a designer and teach classes and workshops. You can be a designer and do in-home parties or virtual parties or traditional, you know, more home party generating stuff. You can do whatever you want with your designership, which is the beauty of this company. You can do really anything that you want. Jill was at 5 of them today looking for towels. Menards? You were at 5 Menards. Do you have, you're up north in Wisconsin. Are there 5 Menards up there, Jill? What kind of towels are you looking for at Menards? So if you're curious at all about being a designer, you can message me or comment curious, and I'd be happy to send you the information. If you're not in the VIP group, I did post the information about the upcoming virtual workshop that we're having on the 23rd of June. I also posted it out here, I think. But the workshop is going to be really cool. It's virtual, so you just go online, you order the project that you want to make. It'll get delivered right to your door, and then once you've ordered it, I will send you the link for the virtual so that you can click on and join, and then we'll make them together. So if you want to do that, there's some really cute little projects out there. Now the project, the bundles that are on there are while supplies last, so you do want to do it relatively quickly because some of them are starting to sell out. So if you want to be in the VIP group, you can come and add me, and I'd be happy to get you in there. Club Couture, our Club Couture transfers are in the mail. I posted the picture yesterday. So if you're not familiar with what Club Couture is, it's a monthly subscription service where for $19.99 a month, you get this beautiful transfer and 3 paste packets delivered to your door. You don't even have to think about it. It's just like this little envelope of happiness that arrives, and you don't even have to think about anything. And you can just craft away with it. And this month's transfer is called Shine. Something about the dim and letting your light shine. When it arrives, I'll know for sure what it says. It'll be really cool. So if you're curious about the club, let me know. We did VIP group, we did club. If you want to see these products, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com. We used the floral script and a retired transfer that says it's good to be home. And I apologize for using a retired transfer, but the transfer we had picked out did not fit on our surface. Good night, Miss Lisa. So Jill went, oh, you were in Milwaukee today. Well, you were at the one in Waukesha. I was at the one in Waukesha. What kind of towels are you looking for at Menards? It's an interesting place to go for towels. But I was there today buying pickets for fences because we're going to make this really adorable picket fence sign. As soon as my husband cuts all that wood for me now. Poor guy. He's very supportive, though. Hello, Miss Carol with an E. Welcome to our chocolate party. We zhuzhed up a little piece of scrap wood tonight, made it into a fun little suitcase, and put It's Good to Be Home, which is a retired transfer on it. I do have one of these, though, if somebody wants it. So I do hate showing you retired transfers, but I do have an extra one of these. I'm 99.9% sure I have one. So if somebody wants the It's Good to Be Home. It's a 2-part transfer. It says It's Good to Be Home on one half, and something else on the other half, but it's escaping me what the other half of it says because it's been retired for a long time. Better late than never. Well, thank you, Carol. Thanks for joining us. We're all done. We're saying good night now. I will be back at you tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes, I will be back at you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Come on back if you've enjoyed this and see what we're going to create tomorrow because you never quite know what is going to come out of me. Thanks, everybody. You have a great night. See ya.